Hey, what's up everyone? I'm just going to talk a little bit. This is just a quick podcast. When I think of something, when I start deeply thinking, I just have to speak. I just have to talk. My consciousness thinks something. My mind thinks it. I have to suddenly use my vocal cords to vocalize it, speak it, and the energy around me vibrates that energy to this device. This device is using all of its technological components to utilize the pixels, megapixels, whatever, megabytes of memory. Well, actually, very little now. Megabytes. It's like the card is what's utilizing this, and it's utilizing what's left of memory to put all of this together, zeros and ones, manifesting it into a video. And that's really cool. That looks similar to the background of my channel. The Helix Nebula is what the background of my channel is, my channel logo. But when you are doing all of that and that energy goes into making all of this happen, that energy is, just think about how deep it goes for a moment. Just think about how far it goes for a moment. Right now, this is a psychological manifestation of my consciousness at that moment. Kind of like Jim Carrey stated, each movie role that he played at the time was a psychological manifestation of his consciousness at that given moment. The way I define an actor, what I define someone acting, and I have for many years, is this is my definition of an actor. When you personify yourself as an individual whom you would not be normally associated with in terms of your personality. That's acting. Make yourself a completely different person. I'm thinking right now on a deep level. Think about this. Each person's actions, each person's words that we're stating, interactions that we have, has a continuous flow of consequences. It goes from one to another. Seen and unseen. It's crazy to think about. Kind of like my definition of time as well. It's an abstract concept used to define the linear progression of existence from point to point. That's also an interesting definition that I came up with. But right now, I'm utilizing the vocal cords, the vibration of the air, and the particles around are interacting to create the energy flow to allow my vocal cords to speak, and the sound waves are transferring that to this device. It's picking it up, utilizing all the technological components to record it, and then I'm using the internet to transfer it through beams of light now. It goes wirelessly through the router. The router sends it through impulses of light through the fiber optics cables, server to server. They go from place to place, stored in servers. This video will. But it all originated from where? From my thought, and then the energy around that allowed that thought process to take place. It's a psychological manifestation of my consciousness at any given moment. At this moment, right now. So, for example, say right now I'm putting out this love. All of the hate that we see, all the crap we hear and see, things that pop up recommended. All of the, I'm not talking just like heavy metal music I'm just saying, something like, there's a difference in good guitar beats and some things, and there's stuff that's ridiculous out there about things of just death beyond death, and it's just gross. The lyrics are just sickeningly gross. They'll pop up in recommendations, you'll hear it, and you're just like, really, how can anyone even make that or even think of that? How can anyone even think of that? But that's not the point. But think about how we could utilize people as artists, as YouTubers, as people could utilize and inspire, and they're using it for that. They're using their vocal cords for that. They're using their energy, manifestation of their own consciousness and their energy for that. Spreading that garbage instead of spreading, manifesting. And that word is not even a word. I don't even really like to use that word, but just transferring love and light and just making it a better place. They're using for that. Like right now, I'm trying to send love, 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 love. Let's transcend this consciousness, not technologically wise in a way of, transcendence like Johnny Depp's movie or some other movie like Prometheus or something, or putting your consciousness in a computer or device. I'm talking ascending in another direction. Let's love. Lord, please bring us healing. My mama needs healing right now. Let us focus right now. Let's have faith that my mama is healed. At this given moment, 9:16 a.m. you're seeing at the time on this recording. My mama is healed. My mama is healed. My mama is healed. She's going to feel well. Sending love right now. She feels really bad. She's hurting so badly I can't even begin to explain. I had pains now going through my neck and everything. I was trying to send energy to help her, and I'm going through a lot of pain now through my body. I couldn't even turn my neck earlier. My neck was swelling, my joints, my back was swelling, everything. But this, and there's a chemical that causes me to get dark and depressed, and my mind to think differently and think negatively. And it's not pleasant, but it just happens. But right now, I'm mostly positive. So think about it. I'm transferring my energy, and this video is going through fiber optics cables to all of you, through the router, through the internet service providers, through the internet, throughout this network of networks of computers that make up with various IP addresses, all of its energy, all of its impulses of light, numbers, coding, binary coding. Not yet quantum computing, but it's, just think about it. Well, not for us anyway. But these devices are sending it out, and I'm sending this video out right now, putting out love and healing. That's what I want to put out. The energy that I want to manifestation of this consciousness right now is energy of love and light. And is thought energy? Consciousness and energy go hand in hand. Now, just think about it for a moment. I'm utilizing this, and then you are accessing it through energy. And maybe someone hears this and they're persuaded through that thought process that you can't even explain. When you're on that train of thought, it's like you're going up above yourself. You're just like, wow, and you can't even, it's an awakening. It's a feeling that you can't describe. The feeling that you cannot describe. And it's something beyond yourself. Your higher self, your consciousness, connected with God. It's something beyond what you can even put into words. When you start feeling this, and you get it every once in a while, but it's like, oh my goodness, it's like you can feel something that I can't put into words. I really can't put it into words for you all. And right now, I'm putting these words out as how I described in the beginning of this video. The device is transferring it how I described, and the router to the internet, multiple servers, and then you're accessing it right now to listen to it. What happened? Maybe you've seen the notification of my video, or maybe you just happened to see this video and you selected it. What happened? My energy that I utilized to post this video and all of the process that went along with it. Think about this now. It's fascinating to me. My energy allowed me to do this, and then, energy-wise is I mean, I I have a hard time getting energy sometimes that I need, but you know what I mean. Consciousness energy. And then all of the network of networks, it's just out there on the internet, and then your consciousness suddenly seen, oh, because I posted this video, and it started from me, but it's a butterfly effect. It started from me, and I posted it. Then it went to the internet, and then you're using a conscious decision to watch my video or listen to my video, and you listen to it, and maybe you're persuaded by it. And it's a butterfly effect. We don't realize the butterfly effect that we have. I see someone else's video, or you see mine, or whatever, vice versa. And then we get the calling or the feeling to listen to it. We select it. What happened? Because of that person's conscious thought. We made a conscious thought. It transferred to them. That butterfly effect begins. They select that video, they listen to it, they're either inspired by it or persuaded by it in some form or of way, or they just listen to something for the heck of it. It's not always because of a certain feeling. Some people just listen to a song because they're just listening to it, or watch a video because they just feel like watching it for the heck of it. It doesn't have to necessarily persuade you in any way. I mean, unless you're just easily persuaded, then some people are way too easily persuaded, but sometimes I'm just so random. But for example, when it's more spiritual, like what I'm doing now, you're persuaded by it in some form or way. Your conscious energy selected it. You pass that energy on to the next person by, after you listen to it, you like this video, you share it, you give your thoughts in the comment section, I respond to you. That's a back and forth consciousness transfer of energy, of actions, that butterfly effect. Other people see it, whether they respond or not, they see it, and it might influence them. And if it influences them, they think, I'm going to talk about something. So then they talk about it. It all started from me or you or whomever. And then they talk about it, and when they talk about it, they get comments, and then they get subscribers, then subscribers for them that have subscribers already, and then subscribers from subscribers, and then share it with other people, and it's just a butterfly effect. But it all started from that one person's conscious thought and their words. And then that consciousness spread. And together it creates this unity consciousness, but it creates this butterfly effect through all of us, our intentions. I posted it, the energy of my voice, the energy, the sound waves, the energy of the device, the internet, posted it, you selected it, you listened to it, you might have been persuaded by it, you might not have been, but you thought, maybe you talked about it, maybe you posted in the comment section, maybe someone hears this and they're influenced to talk about it on their channel, so then they talk, and then the butterfly effect begins, and we're all helping to spread awareness, and that butterfly effect happens. But the one thing that I don't agree with, I don't feel, and I know that we're not persuading each other when it comes to the Mandela effect phenomenon. I know we are not persuading each other to remember something falsely or as a false memory. That is not the case. Because if it were the case, I mean, listen, I know it's not. If that was the case, if that would be what was happening, we would not be, I would not have suddenly said, oh, I've got a memory. Why don't I see that anymore? What happened to it? I look it up before I ever even knew about this phenomenon. And we go to look it up and then find out it never existed. And suddenly then we find people that share the same memory or remember something that never existed in this reality, seemingly. And you find those people because you remembered it. Not they find you and then you're like, oh, I remember what you do too. No, it didn't start that way. It started from people that remember the same thing. They had never met each other, and they found each other because they remember the same thing. Not they suddenly remember the same thing because they found each other and persuaded each other. No. We remembered these things, and then we found people who remembered the same or similar things and were like-minded. And what they should really look at in this phenomenon is the fact that many of us are affected differently by different effects. Not all of us are affected by the same things, implying different realities, or something like that's going on. But anyway, that's not what the topic of this video was. The topic of this video was consciousness and the energy of consciousness and the butterfly effect that it has. The power of words and the power of the transfer of consciousness. The power of energy transfer and the power of words. The butterfly effect. So, if you like my content, feel free to make the conscious decision to subscribe, like, share with others, leave your comments below. Thank you to all who have, and thank you to Fifth World for sharing my video on her channel, on your channel. Check her channel out as well, The Fifth World. So many great people follow me, or subscribe to me, I should say. Not necessarily followers or follows. I don't want to sound like that, that's not exactly the way I like to say it. That sounds more in a way that I'm not trying to personify myself as. I have subscribers. People who are my YouTube family, I'll say, my extended family, my YouTube family. People who, yeah, we call them followers, but subscribers. And thank you for sharing it. Leave your comments below, and all of that good stuff. Feel free to hit the notification bell so you can see when I post as well, which is random, because you never know. That might help out, because I'm very random at my posts. I never know when I'll post. It just depends upon what my consciousness feels like posting and talking about at the moment. So, anyway, pray for my mama. She's in a lot of pain. Let's focus on her. Let's focus on good fortune, blessings, because we definitely need them. If you'd like to help us out and extend the good fortune and goodwill toward us, if you can, and you're able, just feel free to donate to the PayPal link below. I love you all so much. I hope you all have a lovely Labor Day, and stay as cool as possible if you're in this warm heat wave. It's supposed to be in the mid-90s today, and real feel at or above 100, so definitely warm. And it's going to be warm the rest of this week. So, stay safe. I love you all. Peace and much love. Links are below. Spaced Out Productions, signing out.